Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever, 'cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat in the street, every freak out singing like. You move to the rhythm.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kelly and I upload every single Thursday and Saturday. And today's video is going to be a spring home reset. Just from hosting Easter this past weekend, my house is a total disaster. Also, I wanted to take down all of the Easter decor and put out some more spring decor and just get the home clean, reset, and ready for the rest of spring. So I truly hope that today's video gives you tons of motivation. Be sure to click the thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump right into today's video. These are like all my Easter decor bins. And so now we can get started on, well, first cleaning up all of the messes that I have in here, getting everything cleaned and reset. And then we will say goodbye to Easter in here and all of the cute little bunnies and just getting everything redecorated and ready for spring. So let's go. So as hard as I try to keep up with everything, this home is 1000% in need of a post-Easter reset. So just getting my home back together after Easter and hosting Easter, everything is a hot mess. Plus, I've had a terrible sinus infection the last 2 weeks and finally feel like myself. The sun has been shining more and the weather has been starting to warm up and just ready to get everything cleaned up and back to normal, starting with tossing any Easter decor that was left in the bins that I didn't use to decorate this year. Normally, I do this after I decorate for the season or after I decorate for the holiday. I just donate whatever I don't use, but I guess I didn't do that after I decorated for Easter this year, so just doing that now. And I like to do this because decorating is kind of like a hobby of mine. I love decorating and just making the home look special for the holiday or like for the season. So naturally, I have a lot of decor that I'm storing. And so just taking 5 minutes after I decorate to reassess the things I'm not using and tossing anything that's broken or donate anything that I just don't love anymore is the easiest way I found to help keep my decor as organized and as minimal as possible. There were a few things that I did decide to hold on to that I knew that I would use next year, which were just a couple candles and some placemats and Easter eggs, but everything else just gets donated or tossed if it can't be donated. But now starting this post-Easter reset in the family room, so just getting everything tidied up in here and picking up about 5,000 pieces of Easter grass, like the stuff that you put in the Easter baskets. It was all over the couch, all over the floors, and in like the carpets. So just taking off like all of the throws and the pillows so that I can vacuum the couch and rug and give this family room a good reset. And so now just using the spin brush attachment on my vacuum to suck out any of like the crumbs or any of like the Easter grass that's on the couch cushions. And I love vacuuming the couch. I just love seeing the vacuum lines on there. But also we spend a lot of time in the family room. So it is just really, really nice when I have this space clean and reset. I love using the spin brush attachment, by the way, because it's really good for like dog hair. We have 2 larger dogs. It did an okay job like on the grass. I mean, obviously it picked it up, but it also got like intertwined in the bristles of the brush, like in like the rubber bristles. So I had to dig those out later, but otherwise it made a really easy job at just getting this couch nice and clean. And also, again, I just love the vacuum lines that it leaves behind. And then after that, I will vacuum the rug. I like to start at the very top and work my way down because obviously anything that's on the couch might just get pushed onto the rug. So I'll vacuum the couch first and then I'll vacuum up the rug. And also since we hosted Easter, which I just love hosting, but we had family over and like with getting food passed around, I just wanted to make extra sure that I swept under a little bit like under the couch just in case any food had dropped like underneath it, especially since it is ant season. We have been really lucky and I just like really do not want an ant problem
problem. But now taking off the Easter pillow covers, which were just these pink peep ones, which by the way, I highly recommend pillow covers to save on storage. I used to have an entire closet that had to be dedicated to just seasonal throw pillows. And I have to tell you, it was the best feeling tossing all those pillows and getting my closet space back and just switching out pillow covers every season. But anyway, I decided to keep these daisy pillows out because they're definitely a little bit more spring, which I tried really hard when I was decorating for Easter to put out mostly spring decor because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand, and also just to make like the Easter and spring transition a little bit easier. But now just struggling to put on this adorable 3D flower pillow cover, which I got from Amazon. I feel like they always have the cutest pillow covers, but I'll have in the description box for you. I used it to decorate in here last year for summer, and I love it, but I'm thinking that I want to like switch up the color scheme for summer in here. I want to do kind of like more of a blue and yellow color scheme. I just thought those two colors would be really pretty for summer. But I also decided to keep this pink flower throw and the cherry blossom branches. My original plan was to leave these eggs out too for spring, since they're technically bird eggs, but I just felt like they were a little bit more pastel and colorful, and they kind of just looked like Easter eggs. So I'm just swapping them out with something that is a little bit more neutral. So I decided to use these wicker and moss balls as kind of like a vase filler. And honestly, I wasn't in love at 100% like when I first did it at how it looked. But after I came downstairs like a little bit later on, or I think it was the next day, I was like, oh, I kind of do like that. And also, and this honestly might be just a more of a note to self, but if you are decorating a vase like this where it gets kind of skinnier at the top and you're bending flower branches, it made it really hard to get out. Like it was getting stuck. Since it did get skinnier at the top part of it. So just be aware of that if you are decorating vases like this, because this almost became a permanent Easter decor. But now I am just spraying some freshener on the couch and the throws and the pillows. And I'm using the daisy scented freshener from Mrs. Meyer, and it just made the entire downstairs smell just like spring. But now we are moving on to the TV stand. Again, just taking it down at the Easter decor. And like I said before, I was really careful when decorating for Easter to try to make the decor a little bit more spring, just to make this transition a little bit easier, which I'm honestly so thankful that I did. But I just took off all of the decor from the TV stand just so that I can get everything wiped down. So we're going to wipe down the TV screen and also give the TV stand a good wipe down, and then just reset it with all of the spring decor.
I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time.
And so now moving on to the shelves that are in our family room, and just taking down all of the decorations and giving them a good wipe down because they were just so dusty and disgusting. And I got these shelves from IKEA, and I really do love them. I just feel like it matches the decor and the floors really, really well, but also they are really difficult to decorate. And so I decided to just leave them empty for spring, just because I did not have enough spring decor to fill them, but also because I've been really thinking about just completely redoing the family room, like the decor in here, especially the decor that's above the couch, because it has been the same for years. And honestly, I just need something different. So I was thinking about adding like a really, really big clock in here, or like some shelves above the couch, and just make it look a little bit different. And like change up the wall decor and maybe put like some vines that like run through the shelves, like just find a different way to decorate them. But I know that I also really need to do, you know, like our closet redo. I haven't forgotten about that. We're still doing the closet makeover. And adding like some storage in there. So I'm really excited about that. But I know eventually, at least really soon, I do want to just completely redo the family room. Maybe look into getting like a new couch or, you know, a new rug and just completely redecorating that space. But now I am moving on to deep cleaning this window using my Bissell Steam Shot, which I absolutely love. It has been so helpful during my Spring Clean With Me series, which if you've been following along, you know that this has been really helpful in deep cleaning a lot of really gross areas. But I really wanted to try it on the window, especially the outside of this window, because honestly, it was really, really gross. And it has been a long winter and it has not been cleaned once. So it got it really, really clean though. And it was just so easy. It actually came with an attachment that's specifically for the window that has like a squeegee on it. So it was just really, really easy to use. And it just blasted the dirt right off. And then I just used a microfiber cloth just to wipe up, you know, any of the wet spots just to make sure that it's totally streak free. But again, it did a really, really good job on the windows. And I just can't wait to see what it's going to do to the upstairs windows, because I know that those are really, really gross too. I did have to be careful on one side of the window, which is the one that I'm wiping down right now, because as you'll see, we did have a lawnmower incident where a rock got thrown in the window. So now there's a huge crack on it. So eventually we're going to get that replaced. Probably when we redo everything in the family room is when we'll get this window replaced. But now I'm just going to clean the windowsills here, you know, with the weather warming up, and now we're keeping the windows open more days than I'm not now. I feel like I just wanted to make sure that everything is nice and clean. This is something that I neglected to do in my Spring Clean With Me when I was cleaning down here. So I'm just catching up on, you know, a few things that I missed out on, which is deep cleaning this window. And so the easiest way that I found to clean these windowsills, because I used to use a lot of different tools to try to get into all the different cracks and crevices and like Q-tips and things like that. But the easiest way I found to do it is to use my handheld vacuum to first suck out any of like the grass or the dirt. And then I follow it up with my Bissell Steam Shot. And like I said, it comes with a bunch of different attachments, and I like to use the bristle brush attachment. But it also comes with a corner attachment, so you can get into like those corners and like the cracks and crevices a little bit easier. I just ended up not having to use it, but it really does a good job at getting everything really, really clean. And lately I have been all for cleaning tools that make my job a lot easier, especially ones that kind of minimize, you know, like that scrubbing. I know I went and got an electric spin brush so that I can, you know, scrub like the bathtubs a lot easier. And I don't know, it's just so much worth it when you can get those tools that, you know, really just help make your life a lot easier and make cleaning faster, especially, you know, like during the summer months. And like I said, since the weather is starting to warm up, you know, I want to spend more time outside and less time inside cleaning. So yeah, any tool that will help me, you know, minimize that time spent inside is definitely a plus for me. And now finally moving on to the kitchen, which I feel like gets the messiest after hosting, just because, you know, I mean, that's where you're cooking, and I feel like that's where everybody kind of tends to hang out and spend a lot of time. So I'm just cleaning up all of the mess from the Easter egg basket and picking up a million pieces of the green Easter grass, which, I mean, was just all over the floor. I just decided to bring my trash bin over because just to make it a lot easier, because there was just so much trash over here. So throwing away like any candy wrappers as well as empty eggs, and just get everything tidied up so I can get it reset. I also wanted to give the trash can a good wipe down too, but I also had a massive fail because when I took the trash bag out, like everything spilled over the side, like all the dust and everything. So I used my handheld vacuum to, you know, suck up all the dust, which is one of the reasons I'm just so happy to have that handheld vacuum. It just makes it so much easier. I can just grab it and take it wherever I need it and quickly get it vacuumed up and cleaned up. And, and so it just makes like spills like that just, a little less dramatic if I can just grab my handheld vacuum and quickly get it cleaned up. So, but now I'm just wiping out the inside of my trash bin, which I actually do this after I change the bag like every single time, just to prevent any like yucky odor buildup or any like food residue that's on the inside of the trash can that can end up stinking. But now I'm going to go ahead and take away the Easter decor, which honestly just ended up being that bunny. I kept everything the same, but I also wanted to give this table a good wipe down too, just because there were a lot of crumbs. I also noticed there was a tool on the table from when we did our pantry makeover. I'm still finding tools like all over the place because we had DIY'd the entire thing if you missed it. And if you did miss it, I highly recommend you going and checking out that video because the transformation was huge and I am just so in love with it. It honestly just looks like it's always been there. Like usually when I do dramatic changes like this, like, especially to our home when things have been the same since, pretty much we bought it, it takes me a while to get used to it, but I instantly got used to, how the pantry looked and just organizing it. And I just think it looks so much nicer. So definitely go check out that video if you haven't. It was definitely a lot of fun to put together. Tyler and I are DIY enthusiasts and we love doing everything ourselves. And we just have so much fun doing those projects. So now just clearing off the island, just getting all the clutter cleared off from it. And also we had a little bit of the Easter bark that was left, which I made that during the live stream on Saturday. And a big thank you to everybody who was there. I was seriously so nervous to start. And I mean, you guys just, again, proved that you're the best community ever and just made me feel so comfortable. And I ended up having a blast. And it's definitely something that I want to continue doing if it's something that you want to see. So let me know down in the comments. But if you did miss it and you do want to see it, I didn't realize that it showed up a little bit different than videos. But if you go to my channel page and you click on live, then you'll be able to access and see all of my live streams. I'll also make a post, like a community post on YouTube announcing, if I'm doing a live stream. I'll post it on Instagram and Facebook just in case you want to be a part of the next one because it was seriously so much fun. And now, of course, after hosting, I always have a ton of dishes that are left over. And I'm definitely somebody who kind of cleans as they go just to kind of help save space on countertops and just so that I don't have so much to do the next day. But I feel like I always still have dishes that are left over. So of course I had a dishwasher that was full of clean dishes that I was able to do on Easter. And then whatever was in the sink was just left over, just couldn't fit in the dishwasher. And also my crock pot because I still haven't gotten crock pot liners, which I honestly do not know why, but I have heard that crock pot liners are great. So one of these days I will get me some crock pot liners because honestly, I feel like I use my crock pot like every week, I think. Well, maybe with the weather warming up, I might not use it as much, but definitely in the winter months, like in the colder seasons, I use my crock pot every single week. So it would be really nice to, have some crock pot liners because it is a pain to clean out every week. But if you have dirty dishes in your sink too, or dishes that need to be unloaded, then let's get up, let's unload the dishes, let's scrub the sink, let's clean the countertops, wipe down the appliances, and get the kitchen reset for the week ahead.
I'm trying to hold on. Gotta keep on keeping on, 'cause I'm weighing us down. Just a little bit of you and I go by to make things right. I know you see me through, baby. I just want you badly now. Everything I feel is shown.
Now just putting the crock pot away, which is what I keep in the new cabinets in our pantry. And I also wanted to restock our pink trash bags, which I use like the small ones for the bathrooms and then obviously the large ones for the kitchen. But I do not like plastic packaging, so I try to organize everything into bins. And I know I've showed these before, but these are so helpful. I just want to put them on every single cabinet door because they really help keep everything nice and organized inside of the cabinet. But now I wanted to give this countertop space a good wipe down. And I have to say, using this at Easter, I can definitely say that you can never have too much countertop space because, I put my crock pot on it and I put all of, our meals and everything. And I just feel like I had so much space and honestly just made hosting so much easier and more enjoyable, just having a little bit extra space. But now just redecorating these shelves that are next to the pantry, which is like a little bit of like neutral spring decor and a candle, just to make everything look more fresh and like spring before moving on to taking down the last of the Easter decor. By the way, I hit my knee so hard hopping up on that countertop. It left a massive bruise. But yeah, just taking down the last of the spring decor. I like to put my 3-tier stand decor in like a big Ziploc bag because usually those pieces are a lot smaller. So just to make sure that they don't get lost and to help finding those pieces a lot easier, I like to keep them together in a Ziploc bag. Also for these cherry blossom trees, which I totally forgot at first, but I can take the eggs off of the tree and just keep like the cherry blossom part just so that they're more spring instead of Easter. And I'll have the link to those in the description box. I absolutely love them. They're light up too. And I don't know, they just added a really nice pop of color to the top of the fridge. And so now taking away the last of the Easter decor. And also since I have ADD, I decided to restock the bins under my sink, which I love these bins. They hold like my dishwasher pods and my disposal cleaners and my dishwasher cleaner, my magic erasers and my microfiber cloths. And it's just a really nice way to organize the underneath of your sink and keep all of those little items just together and organized. So I'll have those drawers in the description box for you just in case you are interested. Also, I forgot to mention, I'll have the cabinet door organizers also in the description box for you, just in case you're interested for those. I just completely forgot to mention that. But now I'm just gonna give all of the appliances a good wipe down. I feel like this is the best way to make the kitchen feel clean and reset when all of the appliances just look sparkling clean. I feel like we always have water lines on this part of the fridge. It honestly kind of makes me wish that we didn't have a water dispenser on this fridge just because we have a water purifier in our sink anyways. So there's really no need to have this one. And it just makes me want to get a new fridge even more. So eventually we will do that because I just feel like the storage space in this fridge, it's good for 3 people, but of course, when we're hosting, our fridge just fills up so quickly and I don't know, I just feel like we need a little bit more space. But now I am starting the dishwasher so that all of the dishes will be clean. And now I am carefully getting on top of the countertops so that I can hang this sign and also just put out a few more, spring decor in this area. I love decorating this space just because, I do dishes here and it's just nice to have this space looking fresh and clean. So just getting all of the countertops wiped down, the backsplash, the island, just getting everything reset for the week ahead.
Oh, you, I keep wishing we'll end up together, you. Oh, you, I keep wishing Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why.
And so finally, while Tyler puts away my Easter bins, I'm giving the floors a good VACMOP and cleaning up all of the decor debris and all of the crumbs and the spills from the Easter party. And it just feels so good to have a cleaned up and tidy home. I did do some deep cleaning, but I didn't do like a super deep clean today just because I was just really focused on getting all of that Easter decor taken down and getting those spaces clean since honestly, some of them haven't been cleaned since I decorated. But Saturday's video, we will be continuing on with part 6 of the Spring Clean With Me series. I still have a lot I need to get to, and so we'll be deep cleaning, like a thorough top to bottom clean. We'll be doing a closet declutter and reorganizing, tons of motivation. So be sure to have notifications turned on because you don't want to miss out. But I truly hope this video gave you some motivation for a post-Easter reset in your home. Let me know down in the comments what you want to see next. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, loves.
Always always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why, always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on